25 metres. Raper. Simon brings Dimmock around on the run around. The short ball goes to Carl Lovell. He's put down 5 metres out. Last tackle for the Eels. Raper, the long ball out to Simon. A long cutout ball. Goes out wide. The kick ahead. There's a try in the corner. Shane Werrett.
No try. Touch judge has stood in the field of play, which indicates that he didn't think it was a try.
The ball came out wide. The kick through. Came from it. Well, such a crucial component of this Parramatta team, Jim Dimmock. Lovell breaks one tackle, steps off the left foot, breaks another, goes up towards the 40-metre line. Simon will kick long from inside his own 40-metre mark. Beautifully connected. Darren Juni puts on the step, puts on another step, beats 2 tackles, beats 3, and eventually he's put down by Lovell, 35 metres out from his own line. There's been a strong hit in back play as Luke Ricketson brings the ball up inside Eel territory. Hermanson finds Gourlay. Shearer. They've got numbers if they can free the ball, but they can't. Benetti into dummy half. Lowry. Singh frees up the ball for Elstood. It's one-on-one. He steps inside, beats 1, turns out at 2, brings in the support now. But Benetti couldn't hold on to it, and the Eels come back through Simon. And Shane Werrett, he could run. Oh, what a wonderful cover tackle.
That's just great rugby league, absolutely great rugby league from one end of the field to the other. The Roosters have put on a couple of great passages here. It started when Shearer had that ball charge down and they got 6 more tackles. This is a great run from Elsgood. Benetti probably entitled to take that one. Simon scooped on it and was away. I was about to say here, it's got to be a try.
Werrett, as we mentioned, the fastest man in rugby league, and look at that for a covering tackle.
The way they're playing at the moment, that was a perfect result. It was the last tackle. Scott Gourlay just rolled it into the in-goal areas. John Simon goes for a short 10 kick-off, drop kick.
Beautifully picked up by Stuart Kelly, and the Eels had possession. We saw that the Sydney City Roosters had lined out just a little too far back, giving them too much space, and they've come up with a penalty as well. Under pressure there from Andrew Walker, who's on the park for the first time this evening. That is a great relief for the Sydney City Rooster fans. The inside ball from Dimmock. Comes back for Simon. They've got numbers out to the left. This is Riolo. He's got support from Lovell. The inside ball back to Riolo. Can he get across? He's brought up short by centimetres. Oh. Well, that's what you call pressure. Eventually it was Robert Miles who went to ground in goal, and you can see the intensity with which this game is being played as the kick from Jim Dimmock came. Lovell with a fair amount of his nose, I would say, all over his jersey. A step. Eventually Jason Smith gets the ball. The support comes eventually from Troy Campbell.
That was a great tackle from Ivan Cleary there. Campbell was about to get the ball on the inside, but Cleary got him.
Bell gets the long ball out, and Ian Heron going in the corner. Was the tackle good?
Touches the flags up, he's went into touch.
Oh, what fantastic Rooster defence.
Put a foot over the touchline just before he got the ball down. It was a beautiful ball from Bell.
Ian Heron is still down as well. So he's obviously got some terrible injury, and his foot had gone into touch. His foot has gone into touch already, but the tackle may have been a touch high. You see here, in his very last step, Ian Heron just puts his right foot into touch. The tackle over the top from Hermanson was high, and he drove Ian Heron's head into the ground as we probably take a look at the best angle of this here.
Do you think the fact that it was Hermanson coming across made him run into touch before he got hit. There's the tackle.
I think I'd be trying to give myself enough space as I could, and that's where Ian Heron has suffered that injury. Stuart Kelly, he's put down 12 metres out, and he was penalised. Ivan Cleary it was.
Shearer. And I think he's been, no, Cleary, you're right, he's been sent in.
Ivan Cleary just went on in the tackle when he didn't need to. And there's double success here for Parramatta. Not only will they play out the next 10 minutes with an extra man, but there'll be a shot at goal here through John Simon. Shearer. Gourlay. He's run out of support though. He was overrun by Shane Rigon. Ricketson. This time it's Rigon. The kick goes through on the last. Riolo goes back and picks it up easily. Evades Elsgood, evades another one. He's got Werrett on the outside. Look at Jack Elsgood come back at Werrett. What a tackle! Oh, I reckon Werrett has pace. Well, Elsgood caught him from behind. It's still not over. It comes out wide. This is Barnes. He steps through the gap. We'll play it now. This is Simon. Steps off the left foot. Finds some space. Gets some support. And eventually it's Lowry who'll come up with it. They look to the right and they go left to Simon, who puts on the big step. Almost gets through the Bell. Smith goes back and it's eventually turned up. They're going backwards, the Eels. The kick through from Jason Smith. It's out for Barnes. He'll come back for the line dropout. The pressure is unrelenting. And so far, the Roosters have managed to soak it up. Desperation there in the in-goal area. Gourlay inside the Parramatta 20. 5 minutes gone in the second half as Walker sizes up his options and brings in Junee from the back. Walker on the run around, gets it out to Elsgood, steps inside, 2, 3, and eventually put down 12 metres out. Jack Elsgood hasn't been shy to come off his wing, and he was hurt in that tackle. Shearer looks for the inside ball, but Rigon wasn't there in time. Johnson stole the ball, but it was more than a one-man tackle, and so the Roosters will get an opportunity to break this deadlock here at the Parramatta Stadium. Dale Shearer. See, there are 2 men in that tackle. Shearer tried to free the ball behind his back, and you have to feel for Peter Johnson there.
You certainly do. There's no doubt that Shearer was thinking about flicking the ball out the back. I think he started to and then changed his mind, and to be honest, he probably still did have hold of it, which means, as the rules go, Peter Johnson has no right to take the ball out of his hand because there were 2 other players in the tackle, so McLean again is compelled to give the penalty. I'm sure Ivan Cleary won't miss this one.
It's been all Sydney City early in this second half, Jeff Toovey.
Yeah, I mean, how often do you see the team that weathers the storm in the first half comes out stronger and bigger and better in the second half? And I'll tell you what, it's been all East so far in the second half.
Ivan Cleary missed that one attempted penalty in the first half. This one's 11 metres out, right in front. He doesn't make a mistake, so after nearly 47 minutes of play here at the football stadium, we finally have a scoreline of 2 points to 0. The Roosters are in front.
I think the pace with this...
What a fantastic slip catch taken by Terry Hermanson, the front rower, who then decides to take on a couple of players and gets the ball 10 metres out. That is fantastic play by the big front rower. Look at this, it's a slips catch.
I think Terry Hermanson thinks he's playing at fullback at the moment. He's making cover tackles in the corner, and he's taking catches above his head on his own goal. He's going
to have a word with Phil Gould. Lowry gets the ball back. Using up their tackles, and they're still not out of their own 20-metre line. There's going to be a penalty go here, and it's going to go to Parramatta, and Jason Lowry's going to be called out by Paul McLean.
Jason Lowry's taking offence to something. I'm not sure just what at the moment.
I think one of the first things he took offence to was the ball being ripped out of him, but as you can see, Jared McCracken totally
deliberately kicked him in the head. If you ask me, he's driven his foot back, and Jason Lowry's copped a mouthful of studs. You can understand that he wasn't happy about it.
Jared McCracken it was. He did. He must have known that Jason Lowry was there, and in fact he did, because he had a look around before he did it. So perhaps that is not the best decision made this evening by referee Paul McLean. And John Simon, Jeff Tooby, will get the opportunity to level this game all up at 2-2.
Yeah, no doubt he'll kick this one. But I think Coach Phil Gould will be absolutely filthy that they gave away that penalty. They had the ball, they were working it out. You know, he gives away a certain 2 points right in front of the post.
Mind you, we've already seen this evening that nothing is a certainty. Ordinarily, though, you'd expect John Simon to put this one over, and he's 20 metres out right now. No trouble at all. I told you all about it over on the Peter Sterling Hill. They stood as one. 2-2 here at the stadium. Plenty of action out there this evening. Phil Gould sees him as one of the Roosters' strengths there this year. Singh tries to get on the outside of David Woods and can't do so. He comes back to Walker. He looks for the spaces and instead goes high. Cleary's following through. It falls now.
He's tackled without the ball.
Well, the whistle went. Heron has come up with it, and he'll play it. The ball went high from Andrew Walker.
This is a beautiful bomb from Walker. He puts the torpedo bomb up, which is enormously hard to take. You see, nobody gets a touch on it. Now, he's tapped it forward. Is he considered to be carrying the ball there or not?
I wouldn't have thought so. Miles it was, who was tackled from behind. Oh, Dean Pay.
The way the game's gone, that's not to say Parramatta won't turn around and do something special.
Singh took a strong shoulder charge from Dean Pay, and now it's Barnhill taking play up to the 30-metre line. Vanetti, Wood, short ball for Gourlay. They're all pointing to the air. Last tackle. This is Walker. He puts it high now. The follow-up comes from Jason Sinclair. It falls now. That's a Rooster try. The deadlock is broken. Darren Juni. And the man who only a week ago was sent to the bench by Coach Phil Gould, and who this week was promoted to captain, has put his side in front. The follow-up was superb.
It's just such a lottery, isn't it? Andrew Walker called the ball, he knew exactly what he was going to do. The effort from the Roosters players to get through there and just contest this with David Riolo was great. That caused him to miss the ball completely. They missed it as well, and Junu comes up with a try.
Those bombs are really a lottery. It's a 50-50 chance, and
Jeff Tooby's mentioned the Andrew Walker kicking game. I'm sure the Roosters have just looked to work it out for 5 tackles, throw it back to Walker and let him drive it. I'm sure the field goal will be on you, Eric.
Vanetti. Wood holds the ball up. Back inside for Gourlay.
Walker's the man. He's coming back to the right now.
The kick through from Hermanson. Oh! And a big charge on David Riolo. What?
Well, I'm sure the pass went to the wrong man, but in the end it certainly didn't. He was cool, Hermanson. He knew it was the last tackle. He put the grabber through. And David Riolo, that was all he grabbed.
It was reminiscent of Alan Langer. The angled kick back inside and the perfect follow-up from the big front rower. Oh, he's going to go straight to Phil Gould after this game and demand a place in the backs. Hermans has shown us all the skills so far this evening. There's absolutely no reason, Jason, why he wouldn't attempt the field goal. Johnson. I've got numbers out to the right. The ball back inside to Woods. This is Nathan Barnes. He's put down 30 metres out. Kelly. Again, the tackle from behind.
That was Juni again. He's done some great things for him.
This Rooster defence has been absolutely superb. Darren Juni, the ball and all tackle. You can see him just lining Kelly up. Terry Hermans' mate Jason Lowry is preparing to come onto the field as Barnhill takes the ball up and there's a turnover. So now the Eels, they work the blind. Werrett comes in off his wing and he's put down by Elsgood. So the running battle continues. Barnhill picked up and put down. They've got numbers, the Eels. They work it right through Simon.
He's offside.
He's well offside. Well, if he goes over on the corner, that would have been a travesty, but McLean has picked it up and he's given the penalty to the Roosters. I'm sure Ian Heron knew as soon as he went off after that ball that he was a good couple of metres offside.
Only a fine line there on the replay, but has to be a few inches.
Let's take one more look at it.
It's actually closer than I thought it.
Wow. Maybe we've done him a disservice. Dimmick. Shane Werrett overran Dimmick. Come back. The kick from Raper. Juni eventually collects it, but there was a recipe for disaster there as Miles and Juni almost got caught up. Miles, it is now, he'll play it.
Just a
Willing the Eels on. They trail by 6 with 2.5 minutes to go. They've got good field position as Raper runs from dummy half. The short ball for Bell. He frees it up. They've got numbers out to the right. The pass looked forward. Well, they're both appealing to the touch judge. And he comes in to tell referee Paul McLean exactly what the call was. It'll be a Rooster feed. And the crowd doesn't like it.
The ball floated forward after the Riolo pass.
What they're saying, I think, is that initially it came off Robert Miles, no.
So he's called play on that pass. So they're saying from this kick, he's kicked it into the Roosters player, which is...
He's always featured, he's been dispossessed by John Simon. Is this the opportunity? The one-on-one tackle, John Simon is able to play for the ball, and that's precisely what he did. Now it's Dimmick. Looks around for support, eventually takes the tackle. There's a penalty for Dimmick. They'll take the kick, they're closer to the line. McLean has called a halt to the clock with 56 seconds left. Raper for Jason Bell. Barnes at pace puts the ball down. That was their last opportunity. McCracken follows up. And the two Kiwis are having a go, Hermanson and McCracken. I'm sure there wouldn't be too much venom in that. But in the intensity of this game, as you can see, Terry Hermanson, who hasn't taken a backward step all night, and Jared McCracken, who doesn't know the way, doesn't know the meaning of reverse. He gets a pat on the back from Jack Elsgood. He'll be getting more than a pat on the back, I'm sure, from Phil Gould. He'll get plenty of congratulations from his coach. But everyone played a starring role in the Roosters lineup tonight. Luke Ricketson was there all the time. And what a wonderful evening it's been. The tragedy really for Parramatta is that someone had to be a loser. Let's go down now to the sideline where Steve Mascord is with the celebrating Sydney City Rooster captain, Darren Junee.
Yeah, thanks very much, Eric. Darren Junee, you weren't even in the starting side last week. Tonight you scored the only try of one of the best games we've seen all year. What a week.
Oh, it's been a sensational week. I mean, tonight just capped it all off. Yeah, I just can't describe how good I feel inside. Even though it's just a club game, it's not semi-finals, the boys tonight really dug down deep, and they're going to take a lot away from this.
Could you believe your luck when the ball evaded about 6 blokes who went up for it in the 59th minute, bounced right into your arms and you scored?
Well, mate, it happens to everybody. It's just nice that it actually bounced into my arms this time.
Incredible game as far as intensity is concerned. I mean, you were down to 12 men just before half-time. You managed to hold them out. You had this fellow, Shane Werrett, on my right, running at you a couple of times. How'd you feel?
Oh, mate, I tell you what, it's not a good sight when you're looking at the back of Shane's head in more ways than one. But it was just, you know, it was the guys, the pigs in the middle, you know, the forwards that really took us forward. My voice is hoarse from talking. There was a hell of a lot more talk than the last 2 games we've had, and I just can't wait to get back in the dressing room.
Thanks, Darren. You've had a big week.
Thanks a lot for that.
Shane Werrett, you're involved in a big controversy in this game. Very, very early in the game, it looked like you got the ball down after a kick from David Woods. How did you see it?
Oh, no, I scored it. I said to the touch judge as soon as I scored it, there was a try, and he didn't say nothing. And I can't even believe it wasn't a try. I mean, to me, I knew I scored it. The linesman was right there, but that's the way football goes. You get some decisions go your way. Sometimes they go against you, but it does hurt when the game's decided, you know. Pretty much decided on that one try, so yeah.
Can you just clarify for us, the decision was taken by the touch judge? Paul McLean did consult the touch judge before making his decision?
Yeah, I think I heard the in-goal touch judge say he thinks he knocked it on, but he didn't seem sure at all. He seemed like he was just guessing, but you know, that's the way it goes, and you know, you just got to abide by what their decisions are.
Phil Gould, we're just seeing a game of semi-final type intensity. You must be a very proud coach.
I really am. I mean, this club has been much maligned and criticised in recent times unfairly in the media by people that are out to get me or out to get the club, and they questioned our spirit this week. And I think we saw in bucket loads out there that, you know, whilst we almost won't agree on things here at the Roosters, we certainly got plenty of spirit, and we're all going in the one direction. And the blokes are absolutely outstanding tonight, as too were Parramatta. Although it was a terrific game of football.
One of the blokes involved in some of that controversy, Darren Junee, he just performed sensationally at fullback, didn't he?
He did. I mean, he came to this club as a fullback a couple of years ago, and that place was taken by Ivan Cleary. And it wouldn't have mattered where he played tonight. He played with passion and commitment, and so did the whole side. And you know, we've been a little bit down on confidence since last year's semi-final series. We didn't finish off the year strongly, and you know, that game against West last week sort of brought a bit of bonding to us, and the courage we showed last week carried on this week, and we wouldn't have won without it.
You were down to 12 men for 10 minutes before half-time. Would you say that this is your best performance of the year, given the way, as you say, you hung in there?
It's one of our best performances since I've been here. I mean, you know, we're not playing a dumb football team. They've got some very good footballers on the other side, Doom Pay and Jason Smith and Jim Dimmick. And I mean, they had some really dangerous players. They had us in our own territory for a long time. And with 12 men, I said to them at half-time, I said, a side that defends like that with 12 men and keeps them, they deserve to win. And when we got our opportunity, we took it, and we held on at the death there for a great win. I mean, they're terrific. Wins like that really make football worthwhile, and it's worthwhile tonight.
Thanks very much, Phil Gould.
Good on you, mate.